Landon the random guy, Landon the random guy. Landon. Science rules. Landon the random guy, inertia is a property of matter. Landon the random guy. Landon the random guy. Have you ever wondered what a black hole is? I hear about them all the time, but what exactly are they? And how do they work? The birth of a black hole is very interesting. This is the process of how a black hole is. The star itself is created in a stellar nebula, which after that compresses it, makes it spin really, really fast, and spits out the star. After that, just continues spinning, and this is a protostar. Eventually, it'll stay spinning, but it'll get to the point where inside of it, nuclear fusion is happening. 4 hydrogen atoms collide into each other. And make 1 helium atom. This produces a lot of energy. And you gotta figure, what happens when that star runs out of hydrogen? With a big enough star, the hydrogen, when it runs out, the helium just starts converting into the next element, and the next element, and the next element, until eventually it gets to the point where all of that, it is completely out of fuel. After that happens, gravity starts taking hold and compresses the star. But the star doesn't want to get compressed, nor do the atoms. So it gets so tight up that it just explodes, which is what is known as a supernova. Now, 2 things can happen from this point. Number 1 is where it isn't just big enough that when it explodes, it creates a neutron star, which is effectively a star that is almost purely consisted of neutrons. Whereas, if the star is big enough, compresses down, and stays like that, even after the supernova sheds it out outer layers, the center is just so compressed, infinitely dense, that it creates a field of gravity surrounding the singularity, which is that little point of matter, called as the event horizon. And that is how a black hole forms. Oh, there's the black hole. Wait. Oh, this is trippy. Exit, yes. Whew, that simulation was something. So anyways, back on black holes. You may be familiar with this image right here. This is a black hole right here, but you may be familiar with a black hole, and may be asking, why exactly is it like this? Now, there's a couple reasons for that. The first one is because it's just like that. The second one, the actual scientific reason for it, is because of how gravity works. So, you may be wondering, how is gravity bending light? But let's say I put these back on. But in here, there's glass, and that glass bends the light from the screen in here outward so that I can see it. That's called lensing. And the same thing happens when you have very intense gravity. Picked the perfect shirt for this, didn't I? Now, another thing about black holes is, where does the hole part come from? Right here. The black hole has just so much gravity. It's so compressed that that little tiny space in there causes space-time to warp and break apart, causing the aforementioned hole. Now, what happens when you get close to a black hole? Do you just go like, oh, there's a black hole here? Or do you go like, nah, 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 nah? The answer is neither. Instead, what are the tides, I ask you? The tides, as you probably know, are what makes the water rise and fall due to the sun and moon's motion around the Earth. Now, what happens if something as small as your body gets hit with tidal forces? Black holes' gravity is so intense that the impact of it, your tidal forces to occur on everything. That's why stars kind of stretch in images of being of it. Take a look here. Now you see how everything bends? That's because of how the black hole works with light, lensing. However, another thing is that orange stuff around it. What exactly was that? That is an accretion disk. An accretion disk is superheated matter that's spinning around the black hole at incredibly high speeds. Oh, I'm a bit dizzy now. So the accretion disk of a black hole, as aforementioned, is matter that's superheated and super spinning. But how does it get into that shape? I was referencing tidal forces pulling at your body, but I didn't exactly mention how that happened. So as your body is pulled, your body's not the biggest fan of that. So it rips. However, that'd be a pretty painful way to go. You're probably not going to die just yet. You're going to get ripped, and you're just going to be put back together on the side. So my legs will be here, just attached to me. Then again, you'd get ripped, and then you die, because then your lungs would be severed. Then you'd be placed on the side again. Then that process continues over and over and over and over again until eventually you're just one atom thick and you're rotating in that accretion disk, going down the eternal drain that is the black hole. Now, what happens when you reach the bottom of a black hole? I don't know. Go ask Neil deGrasse oh wait, I forgot. Nobody knows. There's so much that isn't known about black holes that it's crazy. Like, I could tell you all about what a black hole looks like. I could tell you all about how a black hole is formed, but I couldn't tell you what happens inside of a black hole because nobody knows. We don't even know what a black hole is made out of. Like, my opinion on it is, of course, that's just pure gravity. But seriously, is Does anyone actually know? I sure don't. And anyways, just keep dreaming. Just keep working. Just keep on going. And remember, Bill Nye is one of the best shows ever made. Cut! Okay, editing landing here. The photos that I used in the video are not mine. Like this one isn't mine. Whichever direction it's supposed to go. Maybe it's gonna spin like an accretion disc. New haircut too. New shirt. Yeah, it's good. Now here's the actual accretion disc. That worked. And then, yeah, they're all just random Google searches. The last one I just showed, black holes, gravity, black hole reflect, lensing, accretion disk. Second disclaimer, I do not own the Bill Nye the Science Guy video. Yes, and surprisingly, I wasn't the singer. It's just too good to be true. I just kind of covered over it. I know, it's so surprising, like, I'm just that good of a singer. You truly can't believe it. And the last disclaimer is the next section of the video is literally just going to be bloopers of me messing up, or the stuff that I should have edited out, but I decided to put at the end because I wanted to make people laugh. Yeah. It's blooping time! Bill Nye the Science Guy, Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill, science rules. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill, inertia is a property of matter. Bill. Should I just, like, record a couple random bloopers for the memes? This thing doesn't work. Ugh. So anyway. Black holes. Try that again. Man, I'm gonna have to do so much freaking editing. Seriously, why is there like a... That's crazy, man. So, back to the actual, like, important stuff that I was trying to do.